Hey guys, welcome back to Spazcraft Survival. Of course, it just stops when I sit down to record, but we're on a brand new snapshot, 16W06A. Again, continuing with the bug fixes. One new feature thing I want to talk about in a moment, but I'm really excited because the music bug, there it goes. The music bug has been fixed. We are now on, I can just have the music playing again. A couple people asked about the music playing in the background. I was playing the Minecraft Alpha album for the most part when I do play, and then was just playing that in the background, and then sometimes I forgot that I had it on when I was recording and whatnot, so that's why I was like in it like random spots, and sometimes I just dragged the whole thing in to have something playing the whole time. But we're gonna go ahead and get on that. I wanted to make a quick note about Avius. Again, it's on 1.8. We're on Sponge. We're still testing. Fallout Hosting is going to be sponsoring the server, so it's going to help us. We're having a new website designed and some other good stuff going on with that. But unfortunately, this semester's been ending up a little bit busier than I thought because I'm about a week or two away from getting promoted at work. So we have this weekend and the next weekend is very busy with events on campus. So EMS is basically everywhere on campus. So everyone's been working on staff. So that's why my weekends have been busy. I haven't had time on the weekends to do anything. But that's going to be changing within the next week or two as I get promoted and my hours can finally come back down, and then all these crazy events slow down, so there'll be more time. Right now, though, it's a little unstable. Avius is still kind of like in a crapshoot right now because Sponge is a little bit more broken than we thought, although they update it like 3 times a day, so it's really hard to keep it up to date. We do have some plugins with some features and quests you can do on the Avius forums. There are a couple of them are basic Minecraft. Only one of them is related to plugins right now. But the economy plugin looks like it's finally around, so the next thing we'll add is probably some sort of economy system. We just have to build a shop plugin. So, we've had to do a lot, and I know Zerthik has built several servers out, and yeah. So anyway, I don't even know what our IP is because it's changed so many times. We now do have a final IP, so I'm not sure what it is, but I think the one in the description is wrong. So I'll try and update it for this description to see what is going on in that regards. So we have music now. I'm trying to see what they've been building clearly. Oh, what the crap is that? Oh, what is that atrocious thing? It's like a giant... Everyone knows exactly what I'm thinking it looks like. What is that? Who got the resource to build? Okay, I just don't like their building style at all. Those people over there. I don't know what that is, but that's really ugly and completely takes away from the beautiful natural landscape that we were building on. So, kudos to whoever built that really ugly tower. I really, really love it so much. So it looks like that happened. See if anyone's used this yet. Nope. I think literally the only people that have been on this week have been those people. Susan's still here. They fixed the bug with another portal, so I shouldn't be like zapping back and forth a bunch, so we'll try this. Because that's what I still take damage strangely, but I need to get my extra head. I never ended up getting one. I killed a whole bunch more, but just did not end up getting one. So we'll have to do that, but we'll go back through now. We're going to climb up to our house, assuming we don't come out in Skatums. Oh, we did. Okay, good. So it's still a little broken, but it's much better. Skatum also put like green carpets everywhere because I think he put glowstone underneath of it, and he put pumpkins, which is fine, but I think I'm going to switch these out where I dig these out and put it in as leaf blocks, because the green carpet I think like looks really silly everywhere. But maybe if we grew grass and put things, it wouldn't look as bad, but I didn't really like the green carpets. I see he built the path over, someone built a path over here. I know this wall went here. This is kind of interesting to go in his place for his dye farm. I don't believe that this works anymore. I believe this was patched in the latest snapshot. I think it was, except for there's no boats left. Pretty sure that this was fixed where the boats would like act really funny when they sat on slime blocks for periods of time. So unfortunately, that's kind of like broken to him. Let's see, there's our track we built from last time. All right, I think it's time to go up to my house. I want to show you guys one new feature they added. They changed how you get tipped arrows. So as we know, for a really long time, tipped arrows, they were like added in like the very first snapshot, but there was no way to get them in survival until like late in the fall. And then after the snapshots were released during the summer, and that was great and all. We finally had a reason, but it was like not what anyone expected, and it was kind of silly. You literally had to throw a lingering potion on the ground, and then in the cloud for the lingering potion, you had to shoot arrows into the cloud, and when they stuck into the ground and they were inside that cloud, they would become a tipped arrow based on what type of lingering potion you had on the ground. You could only make a certain amount from each cloud, which of course made sense. Because people made some machines where they would like launch like 100 up and get them like bouncing around and then do the tipped arrow thing and then get a whole bunch of them. But that just never, they got rid of that. So I don't remember how many it was, but it wasn't too many. It was like 50 or it's like 5 or 6 or 8 or 4. It was something that really wasn't that much. But now they've changed it and given them a crafting recipe instead of doing that process. And I'm going to go show you guys that, and we'll try that in a minute. But I wanted to see what Davis has been doing, because we haven't seen his place. I like he's been using the end rods, but he's got his enchanting room here. Chests of stuff. He's cleared out some more rooms. He built the pool. I see no squid spawning in it, so we must be outside of squid level. And yes, we are. We're at 139. Pretty sure that is. So this is a swimming pool for now. This is really cool that like out the back of his house, he ended up having a cave. Like it's open over here, and then he ends up getting this really nice big open area, and there's a hole all the way up there with light coming through, and then he's got this huge view of the valley and the underground lake that I need to go and build in still. Okay, I see that again. For some reason this is still broken, and I have to come in here and turn this on like every time we update. Okay, so now, I mean, this is kind of cool. He's gonna probably be able to build a really nice garden area. I wish we kind of had something like this. I always feel that way. Every time I pick a house, about survival myself or a server or something like this, I always like really like the idea of it, and I'm like, oh god, I could probably build so many cool things here. It's really big and awesome. And then when I actually start building, I realize I don't know what to build. I don't really have inspiration to build something, and this spot's really not that good, or like it's good, but when I see what other people did with their spots, then I realize like their spots are better. But it's really just the perception I think of they're building things in their spots. Again, I'm not sure what to do with mine sometimes. But that's another story. I know Preston and Gur, I don't think they've been on the server in a while. I haven't heard from Gur, because usually she's even on Avius, but I know Preston's back at school busy. As is the case, school takes up everyone's lives all the time. Okay. So last time we built this little rail line here, and I can send stuff back and forth to Skatum if I wanted to. We have this tunnel to complete that connects us to Thalia's house, and I might work on this a little bit. You know, Valentine's weekend's coming up, I might as well maybe work on a little project to make us a little bit closer, if that was not the most cheesy thing I've ever said that's coming out of my mouth. Since, you know, I want to actually see her, since she's at school and I'm at school, and we see each other like 3 times a year. Yeah, I'm sure she's watching now, so hi, Thalia. But she was complaining about hearing her voice, because she knows she hears it sometimes, but hearing it like throughout the entire episode, she was like, I don't like the way my voice sounds. She's like, I always imagined my voice sounding so much higher pitched. Okay. What I'm so like lost about what I was doing. So now that we're continuing to do nothing in this episode, I need to make more arrows. So we have, oh, I've only got 2. Oh, we have a stack of feathers. Okay, so I'll just start with the 2 here. We're gonna make some more arrows. I should have plenty of flint. Oh, I thought I had more than this. Is that all I had? I guess it is. Well, we got plenty of stuff to make more flint. and we have tons of feathers. So I want to go ahead and make arrows. I think I hardly ever craft arrows, hardly ever. But I know that we're going to need 8. So potion making. I don't think we've ever made lingering potions on here. Let's see. Do I have empty bottles? And I do. I might as well make 3 at a time. So the first thing, okay, that's got enough in there. Okay. So the first thing I need to decide is what type of tipped arrow do we want? I like the idea of a slowness arrow. Let me pull up my list. Hang on. I have a whole bunch of like links to just an image file of a whole bunch of different things in Minecraft, like the villager trading chart. I've got the colors page. I've got the meta textures and the how to make the how to make the dyes. I've got the meta texture numbers or the metadata numbers, but here's the brain one. All from the wiki. For the most part, they're pretty good. So I think a slowness. Okay. So it'd be kind of fun to have something that was like a leap. I don't have any rabbit's foot, so I couldn't make a potion leap me because I would like to almost have something that's a comical that I launch at people. That it's like, oh, I hit you with an arrow, but you now can like jump really high or sprint around really fast, or now you've got, I think combat-wise and actual use, I think the potions of poison or poison-tipped arrows would probably be the most beneficial. Or weakness if they're a player, but for a general thing, it's probably potion of poison. But I think I'm gonna make a potion of slowness because I'd just like to like piss them off while I'll shoot them and then there'll be slowness. So for fun, we'll start by making some tipped arrows of slowness, and I'm gonna look this up to make sure we get this right and to see how the actual effects scale. We could make some spectral arrows too. That might actually be a good idea to make some. So yeah, tipped arrows. Okay. It doesn't really say much about them other than stuff I already knew. So I'm pretty sure I need to put in some sugar. Yes, I do need some sugar. So I'm pretty sure I've got some of this chest. So we'll start by making them. Oh, we got the new potion sound effects as well. Don't forget about that. And I'm sorry if the traffic is noisy today. I feel like it's always so noisy. People just have like loud cars in Pennsylvania. And then we're in a college town, so all these college kids are like, oh, let me rev my engines to make all the girls look at me. And even though I'm, 8 floors up, away, not even facing the street, it's still loud. Okay. And then we'll need a fermented spider eye, which is, of course, the known negative effect. And I bet you... Let me see. Okay. I don't probably have very many spider eyes. Uh-oh. And once again, we got a pretty good reminder that we are on Snapshots as my Minecraft just froze and crashed. So that happened. We actually got plenty of spider eyes, and I've got these gas tiers to bring up. Okay, I know we got plenty of brown mushrooms. Yep. Should probably make a bunch of these in bulk, but right now the focus is to just do the tipped arrows. Okay. So we've done that. Now I'm going to make the fermented spider eye like this. We just use another low of that. One thing to look at it on lingering potions. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Lingering potions only have like one level. And you still can make the lingering water bottles, I believe. Okay, so it doesn't matter if we make the slowness 2 or extended slowness, it's not really a problem. So The dragon's breath that we gathered from the actual dragon is used to make a lingering potion. One of these will make 3. It turns whatever's down here into a lingering potion. So even if you make like a thick or the mundane or the awkward or a water bottle, you can turn it in. Of course, if you can go back and you can watch the old Snapshot survival series with Scam and I for 1.9, we talk and we mess around with the water bottle splash potions in depth, the splash ones and the lingering potions. And am I missing a step? Oh, any splash potion. Oh, I forgot about that step. You have to turn it into a splash potion first, and then the dragon's breath to make it a lingering potion. And if you remember from that video where like the pools of purple particles were, which was the dragon's breath that we picked up, the lingering potions look just like that. And it creates a pool like that that you can walk through the cloud. I'll launch one because I'm sure it's been a while since we've seen these. There's our splash potions, and then we'll turn the splash potions into these. So it makes a cloud that you walk through, and it's there for a certain time limit, but it's also there based on how many people walk through it. So if a whole bunch of people walk through the cloud, it'll soak it up quicker, and you kind of get the effect from like getting into the cloud. It's kind of an interesting way. I'm not really sure on the exact mechanics of it, so cloud starts with a radius of 3 blocks, decreasing to 0 over the course of 30 seconds. During the time the cloud is there, any player mob that walks into it after the first second will get the corresponding status effect. This decreases the radius by a half of a block immediately, causing the cloud to disappear more quickly. For effects with duration, the duration applied by the cloud is a quarter that of the corresponding potion. So if it's like 2 minutes, or I guess it'll be, or it's half of it if it doesn't have a time limit. So for instance, if you go through a potion, if you go through a healing, lingering potion, it normally does like 2 hearts, it'll just do like half that of 1 heart, I guess. Or potion of poison, 45 seconds, it'll do a quarter of that, so like 11 seconds is how that will work. Okay, so you get the bottle back after you do your splash potion thing. So now we have 3 lingering potions of slowness, and we'll go launch one of them outside. But the new crafting recipe is interesting. Okay, I like how they made a crafting recipe, as I said before, but I feel like it's kind of unoriginal. It doesn't really make, it makes some sense, but it doesn't make too much sense. So you literally get a ring of arrows, and you put a lingering potion in the middle, and you'll get 8, which is how many arrows you put in, of those that'll be tipped with whatever that is. So when applied, they get minus 15% speed for 22 seconds, and then it goes to 11 seconds. Okay, so an arrow will put it, the impact is half. The lingering potion is a quarter or a half, but you can get more people, and it's a different way to do it. So now we have tipped arrows, and we'll pull these down. I got my bow. So infinity does not work with tipped arrowed objects or tipped arrows because they just won't be, you can't have infinity of them. They actually will get used up. So if we launch this, you see the cloud, there it is. If we walk through it, I now have absorbed slowness, and more people could walk through and absorb it, but after 30 seconds here, the cloud is going to completely disappear. If I walk through, it'll like restock me up and remax me out, which is another thing to keep in mind, that you can end up using it up by accident. So now we've got slowness. That's terrible. We'll hold on to this. They break like splash potions. So now the bow thing gets interesting. If you have multiple arrows on your hotbar, it will use from left to right, I believe, as to which one it uses first. And if you put an arrow in your left hand, it prioritizes that. So even if you have a whole row of them here, whatever's in your left hand will get used, and then otherwise it will do it like that. So let's see if we can... I just want to do it like a little bit. Why is it on fire? Probably should wait for my slowness to end. The bow, oh yeah, because I've got a flame bow. Derp. Let's pull in a second. Let's pull in something else here, and I'll save a couple to mess around with other people. Maybe I don't have any. I always just throw them out because I don't need them. Okay, well, I don't have it, but let's see. Let's do it again, now that my slowness is actually gone. Oh, can I pick it up? Okay, good, I can pick it up if I don't hit myself. That's nice. Yep, I got the slowness for 11 seconds in addition to the fire. So I have to be careful with this. If I do snipe them all the way back with power 5, I might actually kill them. but the potion effect works, and that's pretty cool. So let me swap these out. Okay, so now I have the infinity bow of the actual bows, which I won't be able to pick up. Now if I do this and prioritize it in my left hand, yep, it prioritizes whatever in the left. So if I do this, when I use up in my left, then it'll start on the hotbar and then moving from the left to the right. And of course, if you put a normal one in there with your infinity, then, you know, I'll never be able to use all of my stuff. Okay. I know I've got a good amount of glowstone. Let me make some spectral arrows. I think it's kind of interesting that it gives you 2. I understand why it gives you 2 because you've used 4 glowstone on one arrow, but also your arrow like duplicates. It's kind of weird. It should be the other way. It should be like arrows around glowstone to maybe make it like they did with the lingering potions where you can get like 8 for 8, but you're not using so much glowstone. The spectral arrows will glow people. We'll mess around with that later, but it works the same way down here. And then of course you have all the other tipped arrows. All of the potion types can be made into arrows. If you can make a lingering potion out of it, you can make a tipped arrow out of it. And if the wiki page to me always is just like such crap sometimes. It always like crashes my browser and stuff. We got the arrow regeneration, arrow of swiftness, arrow of fire resistance, of poison, healing, night vision, weakness, luck, invisibility, water breathing, harming, leaping, slowness, strength. You can also make an arrow of splashing where it's just water. That's, you know what, let's make some. And I'll have to test it out to see if I can put myself, if it like works. Okay. There's the normal tip, like a tipped arrow that you just make out of like the mundane and awkward ones, I think. And that won't get you anything. Like it'll just be like a normal arrow, I believe. And I'm assuming it'll say me with the arrow of splashing, but I wonder if it's like a water element, like you can put someone out that's on fire with it or shoot it at fire and see what happens. Let's experiment right now. And then of course the spectral arrow and the normal arrow. Let me have to make more arrows. First up, let's go put some stuff and brew it. Whoops. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, not that. That. Okay, turn them into that, and then we'll grab one of these. We have so many of them. We can also respawn the dragon. So again, not worried about that. Let's make some more arrows. Just enough. I'll have to look up and see if there's a really easy machine for gravel grinding, but I don't think there is because you'd have to place all of the gravel, so it really wouldn't be helpful. You can't like dispense gravel and make it something. You can't do that. This isn't Skyblock. Yep, so there's the splash water bottles. We'll make the lingering ones, make some tipped arrow ones like that, and see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and sleep. Oh yeah, you can see your feet now. That's a new thing they added in the snapshot. You can see your actual body while you sleep. You couldn't before. You can see myself like crawling into the bed. That was kind of weird. And my potions are done thanks to the new handy slide effect. And as we found out, we haven't tested this again, but as we found out in the old snapshot, you can use these in the nether to put out fire and things and to stop yourself from burning. So they're good to have because you can splash them down and they make a little triangle of water. Was it the lingering potions that did that? Or was it the splash potions? It was the splash water bottles that did that. I'm sorry. The splash potions, the splash water bottles, you can make those now. Those you can take into the nether to drop a little bit of water to put yourself out. The lingering ones don't. But we are going to make some arrows of them if you can. And you can. Oh, it's called arrow of splashing, not arrow of water. Okay, so then that's probably not the case. Yeah, so these are really silly now. It's the other ones you want, so I'm pretty sure these won't do us any good. It's probably kind of redundant to like test it with this because I'm already on fire, so I'm not sure. Do I even have string to make another one? I don't for some reason. I think someone took my string to use it for something, or I just never had very much. Oh well, we aren't trying it out right now then. Pew. All right. Let's fly over and look at that tower, then we'll call it an episode. I know I didn't do too much right now, but where's my elytra? There it is, right in front of me. I know we haven't done too much, but I don't really have much to do right now. I wanted to record something out. I did Extreme UHC last weekend. That starts airing this weekend. It was a lot of fun. Be sure to look forward to that. It starts on Sunday at 3 p.m. and it will air every other day along with everyone else that did it. And you can check out Tsusuma's point of view. I'm pretty sure he gets... you'll see me in it in his videos. So watch his videos and look out and see if you can spot me. So they built some ugly moat thing, and I'm here through the rest of the afternoon into tonight. So I'm probably going to play with everyone else, and we're going to start a project, and it'll be an actual making progress video. But I knew I wanted to talk about the snapshot and some of the lingering potion stuff I wanted to mess around with, and I figured why not you guys watch. Okay, so then they've got this ugly thing. This is almost kind of cool. They built this, so I do have to give them props for doing that. Whoa. That takes a lot of time to get all this lava. These like little moat rooms here. Okay, I don't care about these. I want to go up the tower. Wow, this took a lot of resources. I don't know who decided this was like useful. Who was like, I'll build this tower. I'll take all this time to get all these resources and build it, and it'll be so useful. Like, I understand if this was like an iron farm or something else, but if you just like built this ugly tower in spawn to have an ugly tower in spawn, I just don't get it. But that's not important. Are we almost there? No, we're not almost there. Good grief. And if you built this on like the other side of the mountain, like away in your own little place, that'd have been really cool. And I'd probably been like, wow, you built this really random tower, but it's really tall, and it's so good job, I guess. But not when it's like this. So there's just like windows everywhere. That looks nowhere. That still looks nowhere. That looks nowhere. That looks overspawn, kind of. Don't know why there's a nether there. There's fire here. It doesn't have a roof. And I love having the music playing all over the place. Is that Skadim's storage room? Did he build a new storage room? Because I don't remember his other one being like over here. I thought it was over there, but maybe that does make sense. But I don't remember it being open. He must have built another expansion to his storage room. There's spawn. Now, the question is, can I climb to the top and elytra all the way down? The answer to that question is most certainly yes. Well, oh, look at Neckers. This place is so cute up there. It really is. Well, next, okay, I think we're definitely going to work on the automatic villager breeder next. I think that's what we're going to definitely work on. We're going to kind of tear that up and modify it to make it a better breeder and probably put it somewhere else because that's just, I feel like that's just shitty, excuse me, such a horrible position to put it in. I'm thinking about maybe dumping it around the corner or something over there because that's so ugly right there. Save that for some nicer buildings to go. But yeah, we'll probably work on that. If no one else can get on, then I might work on a personalized project under there in my house. There's a couple redstone contraptions for storing items I want to make, and actually it might be a really good place to build it down there. So one of the episodes will be that. And I might squeeze it in between UHC, or I might just wait a week and then upload it, and you guys just want to see Spazcraft for a while. I don't know. We'll see. I got midterms next week, so who knows. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya! Wow, someone has spent some time over here. I might steal this for testing to mess around with them. I definitely am taking that, so hopefully Skaden wouldn't have left stuff in there, so that must have been someone else. No regrets!
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to check out some more Minecraft, why not check out my Sky Factory 2 Let's Play with Zerthig and Necker by clicking here in the top left. If you'd like to see something else, you can check out my Eidolon Let's Play that I'll be finishing this summer by clicking here in the top right. You can follow me on Twitter down below, and then if you'd like what you've seen so far and you have yet to subscribe, click the big banner below.